Like, if you're a student and you're listening to this right now, I need you to hear me say this. Like, you're not the next generation. You're not the future of the church. Like, you are the church. Y'all are killing the game right now. And instead of shying away from how God has wired you, like, go after it. Use what you have. If you love to make YouTube videos, hit up your church and say, hey, can I help? Like, if you like saying hi to people, go for it. Like, use your skills, because in this season, there is so much that you can do that the church never thought to ask you to do.
So
like,
good.
we didn't know we needed you for this. But the reality is just like, what was it, Esther? Mordecai said to Esther, hey, maybe it's for a time such as this. Like, this is the time. Get after it. Reach out. Talk to your pastor. Say, hey, I want in. If you love doing social media, you're better at it than we are. So go after it. Say something. We want you. You have things that you are good at that we are not. So just like, come. Check this out. This will preach. Like, maybe you will discover why God gave you that passion. Maybe quarantine 2020 is the season where you step back and say, this is why I am the way that I am.
Yep.
I'm not weird. I'm not an outsider. I'm not different. I'm just a unique reflection of the image of God that nobody around me fully understands, but God does, and that's why I'm here.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, man, if you can just embrace that, y'all are gonna see revival like you've never heard of. Bro, there's a reason why revival starts with middle school, high school, and college students. It's because old people like us, we just sit back and we're like, okay. Y'all are getting after it.
Yeah.
Y'all are the reason why change happens. Like, it's a great season to be alive. Man,
unique is the right word.
Yes.
Because this is such a unique time.
Yes.
It's once in a century kind of thing that we're going through right now, man. And such a time as this, you were here for such a time as this. God has given you your abilities and gifts for such a time as this. And those things that, like Jared, man, how can I possibly use? You and I are sitting here praying for somebody to come over here and help us with these videos. And my man Jared over there, he's like, how can I?
Okay, the reality is there is a new song out there being just ready to be written through one of you.
Yep.
And not only is one of you gonna write it, one of you is gonna sing it. But here's the best part. One of you is gonna be behind the booth that no one sees, producing that bad boy, mixing that bad boy, compiling that bad boy, creating the graphic art for the CD so that when it goes out, everyone goes, that's fire. One of you is going to create a new word to replace fire.
Please, someone help us.
Give me a new emoji. Like, I'm just saying, you can do it. And if no one has ever empowered you to do it, just listen to the Justins.
Yeah.
Do it. And in fact, we need you to do it. Like, we can't get up on a Sunday or a Wednesday or any other day and like do what we do without you.
Absolutely.
Because we don't do what we do for anyone but you to know the risen Jesus. So like, do it.
We were talking about the Gentiles and the Jews and that stuff.
Yeah.
So I pulled up Romans 3 real quick, where Paul's like, or is God the God of just the Jews, or is he also the God of the Gentiles? Yes, the Gentiles also. Just 2 verses above that, he says, then what becomes of our boasting? It is excluded. Our boasting is excluded. We can't brag about what we're doing.
Amen.
By what kind of law? By what kind of works? No, but by the law of faith. For we hold that one is justified by faith apart from the works of the law. Here's why that matters right now and what we're saying. You guys, God has given you gifts. He's given you abilities. He's also given you circles of people that that the Justins will never be able to reach, that we'll never be able to talk to, that we will never be able to understand or connect with. You guys will be able to connect with them. They're already in your circles. They already know you. You already have a relationship with them. And God has formed this inside of you, inside of your community, inside of your friendships, inside of the places that you are, not by anything that we can do, not by anything that you can do, but simply because of the faith that we have in Jesus and the power of the Holy Spirit. The same Holy Spirit that raised Jesus Christ from the grave lives in you. So it's going to be scary to do stuff. It's going to be scary to be different. It's going to be scary to step out and be bold and be courageous and to do what God has put inside of you. It's going to be scary. However, all you've got to do is take that step. All you got to do is edit that video. All you got to do is edit that TikTok. All you got to do is make that post. All you got to do is share that story. All you got to do is go live, man. And God is going to do the rest.
Hey, I got one more for you because someone just jumped on. Gray, what up? Miley.
What's up, Gray? Miley?
You right now. So Miley, she has some friends who won't come to church. And she's like, hey, would y'all want to hang out with this guy? His name is Justin. They're like, oh, the student pastor at your church? Yeah, no, we're out.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good. But she has an opportunity to start this thing called Alpha with her friends who don't know Jesus. And guess who's not going to be a part of it? Me.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need a pastor to sit there and say, hey, let's talk about God.
Yeah.
You don't need it. The Holy Spirit is in you. He is that counselor. He has got you. So just roll with it.